Joining us now, Illinois Democratic Congressman Mike Quigley, who co-chairs the House Ukraine Caucus. Thanks so much for joining us this Friday night.
Thank you. Good to be back.
I wonder what you hear from Secretary Rubio and the president when they say that they're running out of patience with the peace talks here. Is that patience specifically with Russia? Because we should note it's been more than a month since Ukraine has agreed to the president's ceasefire.
Look, it's what I don't hear. I don't hear President Trump say who he wants to win the war. And with Secretary Rubio, I would say it's impossible or it's extremely difficult. It's because Putin is slow-footing this. He's the one who's committing additional atrocities. Over 90% of their attacks are on civilian targets. What pressure has he exerted on Russia? Absolutely nothing. In the meantime, he's blamed Ukraine and Zelensky for the war. If they had the courage of their convictions, they'd go where I went, to Bucha, and stood on the mass graves caused by Putin's atrocities, or the maternity hospital that was flattened, or talk to the families of the tens of thousands of Russian kids that were kidnapped and taken into Russia. Putin's slow-footing it because he knows Trump will never provide additional aid. He has 4 to 6 times the manpower to draw than Ukraine has, and he knows that this will divide NATO, which helps him. He understands that when the president says, NATO, you're on your own, this is a victory, and he can take his time.
As we said, CNN is learning tonight the Trump administration is ready to recognize Russian control of Crimea. We have not heard exactly what, if anything, the U.S. is demanding in return from Russia for that recognition of territory that it, of course, took illegally by force in 2014. I do know that most people I talk to have said for years that Ukraine is almost certainly not going to get Crimea back. But would this be a good and smart concession to make now without it being clear what Russia would be giving in return?
It's negotiations 101. You don't make any sort of concessions. You don't give things up without something in return, or at least knowing what there might be. Again, the things that aren't talked about are of great concern. Where are the security assurances? Yeah. Who's going to rebuild Ukraine? How are they going to hold Putin and Russia accountable? This is all one-sided. Look, autocrats of a feather flock together. This has something to do with the fact that Trump feels closer to Putin than he does Zelensky and Ukraine. And perhaps in bizarre fashion, maybe he just blames Ukraine for his first impeachment. So whatever the cause is, it's clear he isn't cheering for Ukraine. And it's going to be very difficult for Ukraine to mount the defense if we're out of there.
Congressman Quigley, we do appreciate you joining us on this Good Friday.
Thank you.